Assassin and I'm here to do One Piece chapter 823 live reaction because I'm just reading the chapter now and review. So bear with me on this because I'm going to go through the chapter page by page. So on the first page we take off from the Alabasta Kingdom and we see that Princess Vivi is actually living with the Marines because there are two Marines ships. And everybody is saying goodbye to Vivi, wishing her a good trip. And the captain of the marine ships, Hina, says that they will get to marry Joy safely within ... So a couple of days or a couple of hours, I don't know how far Mary Joy is, but they are going there. For what reason, I guess we'll find out in the chapter, or maybe we won't, let's just see. Oh, and we do learn that Vivi's name is Nefeltari. Nefeltari Vivi, so that's the family Nefeltari. I don't know if it was stated before, but now we know. We also see that King Cobra, Vivi's father, is also joining the Marines and going to marry Joy, and he wants to ask the government about the poneglyphs, because according to him, ever since he met Nico Robin and learned about the poneglyphs, he wants to find more about this world. So he's attending this reverie, and we get to see that the king is not feeling so good. He's sick and he's using his sickness in order to push Vivi to get married, because he, quote unquote, he hasn't got long and there's a pile of suitors in the castle, so Vivi should choose one of them. But Vivi says, well, throw them all out because I'm not choosing any of them. Then we jump to East Blue Loketown, where we get to see Queen of the Goa Kingdom, Sally Nantukanet, Sally Nantukanet, something like that, and King Stanley, her husband, I think, and this guy from the back, because we don't see his face, but from the back he looks a lot like Sanji. It seems that this reverie, this meeting, happens once every 4 years, and it takes place at the center of the world in the Holy Land Marijos, and only kings and queens are attending this reverie, and kings and queens for over 50 of the world's countries are gathering there and discussing the global going affairs. So they're discussing world troubles and they are forming a plan for the outcoming years in order to fix them or whatever, we'll get to see. Then we go to West Blue, the Kano country, and apparently Don Chinjao is getting the news that Sai has not returned yet. We go to South Blue, Evil Black Drum Kingdom, which apparently have something to share with the Sakura Kingdom. It seems that they hate each other. Then we go to Sakura Kingdom, then we go to the country of Passion in Dressrosa. So it seems like we're going through all the countries, and it seems that everybody is preparing for this reverie. We even go to Shirahoshi, the princess of the Ryukyu Kingdom, and it seems like they are attending too, like Neptune and her brothers and her. She doesn't want to go because she's afraid of going up without Luffy to marry Joy, but it seems like Fukoboshi, her brother, is actually convincing her to go because this was their mother's greatest dream, and now they have the chance of accomplishing that dream at the reverie. So they are going too, and it's not going to be good, man. I'm reading this chapter right now, but all the kingdoms put together, all the rulers of the world put together, and like Trafalgar Law and Luffy are going after the emperors. This is going to cause a lot of havoc. Then we go to Luffy's ship, and it seems like everyone is a little bit hungover after the jump that Luffy did, because they almost died. Of course, Luffy doesn't die because he's made of rubber, but everyone else falling from that height could have almost died. Of course, probably Luffy protected them, but Nami, as always, exaggerates a little bit and gets at Luffy's throat because he jumped from the top of the rope. The only one that is in a good mood is Carrot, and she's analyzing the ship, and she's very surprised that the ship this heavy can actually float underwater. And of course, now everybody realizes that Carrot is there. Until now, nobody realized that Carrot was with them. And of course now everybody puts it to a vote if they're going to keep Carrot on board, if they're going to turn the ship around, and of course Luffy says, well, let her stay as long as she takes care of herself. Then in outburst of joy, Carrot jumps at Luffy and she beats him by the neck, which was kind of strange. And Nami says, pet her on the head, and Luffy pets her on the head and she lets go. And Luffy was in a pretty tight spot because he says she almost got me. Like, nope, I don't think anybody bit Luffy by the neck before, so it was kind of strange. Yeah, and then, well, things start going to normal. Like, Luffy's hungry, Nami's going to go prepare some food. Of course, she wants to charge everyone for the food. Like, Pedro goes to the top of the ship and gets a newspaper, and everybody starts doing their own thing, except the ending is spectacular because the title in the first page of the newspaper says the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army, Beltigo, already in ruins. So whatever happened between Dragon and Blackbeard, the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army is in ruins. So we don't know who the winner was. All that we know was the headquarters was destroyed. We don't know if Dragon won, or if Dragon managed to escape, or if Blackbeard won. But again, I'm guessing we're not going to see this fight, and it's a shame. The same with Kizaru and Aokiji. The same with Dragon and Blackbeard. We're not seeing these fights, and I want to see these fights because, yeah, One Piece is an adventure, but you need some action from time to time. So yeah, this is the chapter. I also stated my thoughts. I think that the world is changing, and changing fast. For the pacing of One Piece, this is abnormal. Like, it's changing very fast. There are all the head leaders are going to the reverie, but now we see that Blackbeard and Dragon are all fighting. They are fighting. Luffy's going after Big Mom. Trafalgar Law is going after Kaido. So even though they are holding a meeting of all the world leaders, big, powerful characters are being taken out under their nose. So I guess we'll see in the next chapter. But until then, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.